Null is seething about my steak.
I cannot.
Null says I boiled my steak and then drew lines on it.
You gotta save
That's
it.
my first
That's
problem.
Your problem.
That's my first problem.
Getting into it too
Posting
quick.
steak pics online.
We'll get to the steak in a minute. We gotta do the
Do we
opening
have
of
an
the
ad
show
read
first.
870, that's it? Let's get some super chats
Well,
going.
we're competing with 2 detractors shows, and who knows who else is
No,
live.
those are pro July shows.
Pro Julys. We're the
Those are BBC lover shows.
the faction lines.
It's Must Dick TV
the
tonight,
faction
everyone.
lines.
Multiple shows about Dick Masterson. Look what dastardly thing he's done now. And he boils his steaks and draws lines on them. It's like with a marker to make them look like they're grilled.
And here I am.
I'm going to crowdfund a prostitute for Null so he can stop picking on my steaks.
That would be good for that boy.
Crowdfund him a nice steak.
Well, he's coming back
Nice
to
boiled
America.
meat.
He's coming back to America. We can set him up with all sorts
Sue
of...
him.
You
pussy. You fucking Vito, people would love you to use your super killer money to sue Null. They would way rather have you sue Null than a comic. Especially yours.
I understand that, but as we've seen in
Are you going to take it off the table?
as we've seen in numerous occasions, a defamation lawsuit is a very complicated and messy thing. It seems very hard to win, even if all the facts are in your corner.
Not to me, it doesn't.
And I might end up with a lawyer who doesn't file my paperwork on time, and then I lose by default.
Dude, that happened to him.
A certain voice acting individual.
You're talking about Vic? I mean, what are
Vic
you like
Lasagna.
dancing around with? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's what happened? The paperwork wasn't filed?
Yeah, a lot of his paperwork just didn't get filed by deadlines, and it's like, oh, you lose by default.
Okay, I don't know. My problem is posting pictures of steaks online. How about that? Posting pictures of steaks online, right?
Yeah.
Put it up there. Everyone just criticizes it.
Everyone criticizes your steak.
There's no point to it.
There's no point to what? Making a steak?
Posting pictures of steaks online.
I think sometimes you can get a steak and people are pretty excited about it. I posted a picture of my Peter Luger steak.
No matter what, well, you can't,
A restaurant steak.
Restaurant steak.
Different
story.
Sure.
Nobody can put a picture of a steak online without 20, 30 guys swooping in and explaining why they look like it looks like it doesn't taste good.
Well, did you cut against the grain?
Yeah. Oh, I would. I would.
Did you put a sear on there?
I would do better than that.
Yeah.
I've eaten better steaks than that.
Did you put a rosemary sprig on there? You put a couple cloves of garlic in the pan?
Yeah.
So you cooked a steak today?
No, like last night.
What kind of steak?
Tomahawk steak.
Tomahawk
Yeah,
steak.
like a 2.5.
So that would be the ribeye.
Do you want to hear Null talking about my steak?
I do want to hear
Okay,
Null
here,
talking
here,
about
here,
your
here,
steak.
And then finally,
Uh-oh. You know, he talks a little bit faster now than he used to.
Yeah, remember when you said this is sped up, and I said no, that's
It
just
wasn't.
how Null talks?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on, that's our back end.
finally,
Oops.
I don't know if people want to see that. There you go.
this, by the way, if you ever watch those chess videos where they're like, this is the English gambit followed by the Worcestershire opening.
Worcestershire.
This actually is the Glasgow counter. Like this. Here we have.
God, he sounds
Wait,
so
what?
fat. He
What
sounds
were those?
so
what were
fat.
those cities?
Glasgow counter, the Worcestershire opening.
Worcestershire sauce?
No.
Not Worcester sauce?
Well,
Worcestershire
I
sauce?
don't know how to pronounce
Is that how you order it in
one.
a restaurant? Can I have some
Can I get some Worcester?
Can I have a jalapeno?
Jalapeno poppers.
Poppers.
Let
and,
me get those poppers.
I'll have the creamy brulee.
You guys have any AI sauce to go on my steak?
And the worst
AI sauce would be good.
The Worcestershire sauce. If you got any of that,
Right.
with some catsup, obviously.
Some catsup. I'm trying to remember what other foods people mispronounce because it is fun. It's a lot of Mexican stuff. Can I get some carnitas?
Oh yeah, I'm just done perusing the menu.
Can I get some of Al's pastor? I'd like some Al pastor, please. All right, there you go. A couple
And
food
then
jokes.
finally,
Skip ahead.
This, by the way, if you ever watch those chess videos where they're like, this
he drunk?
is the English
No, he's just
gambit
fat.
followed by the Worcestershire opening. This actually is the Glasgow counter. Like this. Here we have a excellent follow-up. Everyone is saying, Dick Masterson, you're so mad, you're threatening lawsuit, your crew's getting arrested, you might be implicated in this criminal harassment shit.
I might be implicated. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Me? What did I do?
You're the mastermind of the entire situation, apparently.
Sucks to be you, buddy. He attacked.
Wait, why does it suck to be me?
Because he thinks you're going to jail for some reason. I wanted to clip. You know, there's that classic clip when Eric first threatened to sue us, and Null said, "I'm going to make a prediction. In 1 year's time,
I'll be in jail.
Either we'll be in jail or we're going to have no money left." And I was like, "Oh, none of that came to pass." Fucking Nostradamus, the brilliant man on the internet,
but highly effective.
Yeah,
plain beef defense. This is a 3,800 ELO.
Is this his show?
Maneuver. Let's take it out.
Yeah.
Dick says, "Are you saying that Dick is mad and not having a good time, buddy? Check out the plain beef." I bet you feel stupid now, idiot. You dumb fuck. Look at this plain beef. How you gonna?
Bro, what is
he doing?
Am I
a
watching
bit?
a Tim Robinson sketch?
What is this? I don't get it. Is he joking?
This is way weirder than I thought it would be.
Is he doing a goof? Is he goofing?
Let's see.
Okay, I'm a little confused.
They took pictures of my post of my.
You posted
well, the
a picture
joke
of
is
your
that it's
steak
a three.
online.
It's a 2 point. You know,
It's
2
a
and
giant
3/4
piece of meat.
It was way too big.
Yeah, you should have
but
cut it.
It was
cut it in half.
It was. I just wanted to do it.
Yeah,
I wanted to.
You wanted to see.
I wanted to do the whole thing.
Well, you sous vide it, so you can do a big piece of meat like that.
Yeah,
right?
that's the appeal.
Now, that's crazy because
And
you can't
I want
do it
to
any
share
other
it.
way.
I want to share it with people, but you post a picture of a steak and then just everyone loses their fucking minds.
Yeah,
you know, even a good one, even a real good one, like Hallmark one. You post a picture of a steak and people cry about it.
Let's say that he's having a bad day now. Come on now. I want to say this, like, I'm a fat fuck. I eat food. I have never seen
really
I really don't know how to describe this. It looks like it was fucking boiled in a pot, and then
that's what sous vide is.
And someone took like a hot grill and just like put marks on it.
Yeah, that's called searing.
It doesn't look correct. And then he opens it, and it's like, this is raw. This is a raw ass fucking
I don't think
steak.
that was raw. Was it raw?
No, it's medium rare. It's actually exactly 130 degrees.
Yeah,
that's the point of sous vide.
You get it too.
Should look like that.
Okay.
You know, pink. Maybe a little bit.
Well,
of red,
the problem with getting a
red.
picture of a steak is you gotta have the right lighting.
Well,
See all that shadow being cast from the left side of the steak.
So I posted that because it looks like a vagina, and I said my steak is now believes in Jesus and wants to have a TradCon podcast. That's the joke, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to look gross.
Yeah.
Like, it's barely pink anywhere. The entire fucking thing is raw. I'm sorry. Like, okay, I am a
fat fuck. You said that.
A true connoisseur, and I have
with Worcestershire sauce.
He's a big steak guy. He knows a lot about meat.
All right. What's your favorite topping?
Gentleman's taste. So I like medium.
He has a gentleman's taste.
But
I'm sorry. What was that? What was that? What was that?
He has a gentleman's taste.
I am
covers it in Fritos.
A true connoisseur, and I have gentleman's taste. So I like medium well steaks. But I've made medium rare steak before. I know what it looks like. I've even had rare steak. It doesn't look like this.
I've even had
rare steak?
This guy's not human, man. This guy's not a regular human. This
is what you get when you post pictures of steak online. People have said, I've
even had rare. This might sound crazy. This might sound out there. I've even had rare steak.
You know, they're putting sauce on steak now.
Wow.
It's like
crazy.
gray and shit. What the fuck did he do to this steak?
Sous vide.
Yeah, the fat isn't rendered. The entire thing, it's like the meat has like gone gray in the middle. It looks like it's fucking boiled. I really don't know how he's accomplished this.
It's called every restaurant.
Well, any top end restaurant does the sous vide. Yeah.
No, it's a 3-inch thick tomahawk steak. It's like,
I'd say the only criticism I give to that steak could have put a bit more of a sear on it.
the sear sucked. The sear was
It's a
terrible.
bad sear,
Sear was
but
bad.
the inside looks fine.
Sear's bad. I was hungry, and it's so big.
Do you have a cast iron pan?
Oh yeah, and I didn't. I didn't
You
use
didn't
it.
use it.
I didn't use it because
I
I
can
was.
tell you used the grill.
I did. Yeah,
Yep.
I did. And I knew it wouldn't be as good. I was like, fuck it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to clean the fucking pan after
I
this.
hear
You
you.
know.
But then he comes out, not even medium rare. I mean, even if you want like a rare steak, this doesn't look rare though. It looks like blue. It looks like it's completely uncooked.
It's 130 exactly. No.
I just don't get it, man. Cannibalizing his own, classic juju. I guess you could say he's now a mad cow. Hey Dick, what makes you a rage? Is it cannibalism? Is it mooing? Is it a steak that's so rare it goes moo?
People listen to this guy.
Is that what makes you a rage?
How are
Dick?
people listening to this?
Is it when people
Hey,
point out the fact that
Dick,
like a sexually exploited dick?
doesn't make you a rage.
It's not
when a cow goes moo. And then he makes cow
Craft
sounds.
singles. Oh, you can fuck. It's like another shower. How are you gonna do that? What are you putting that craft single on? Is that I just noticed that there's like butter on top.
A potato. That's a piece of cheddar cheese.
That would be good.
That
That'd be
goes
good
on
on
a
a. You do a
potato.
baked
You fill
potato?
it, yeah.
Yeah. Kraft single. That doesn't look. It's a nice piece of cheddar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell because it's stiff.
You could grate that up a little bit.
Yep.
Like
Top,
a
'cause
gentleman's taste.
You know, you can baste the steak in butter to add more fat to it because fat's what tastes good. But the butter's not melting because the steak is like cold. It's so undercooked it can't melt butter. And then he's like, you know what my plain beef could use to really season it up? A Kraft single. Hell yeah. You don't live this way anywhere outside of LA, baby. You got to move to the city of angels if you want to eat this good. If you want plain beef of this quality, gray and unappetizing and so cold it can't melt a dab of fucking butter on top, and with a little bit of that Kraft single, and only us Hollywood elite get to enjoy.
It's a wedge salad that he's talking about with the
Oh, you did the whole
baked potato.
steakhouse experience.
Of course, obviously.
It's
Kraft
beautiful.
singles are basically like the little girls of the food world. Only the Hollywood elite.
It's not a Kraft single. What are you doing?
How is a Kraft? I haven't seen a Kraft single in 20
No,
years.
and I'm not gonna put it on a potato. Can you imagine if I came into the show and I said, "Dick, I got a great problem this week.
Kraft
Can
singles.
we bring up a picture of a steak and I'm gonna critique a steak picture?"
Yeah.
And you would say, "That's gonna be a real bad."
Yeah.
Well, if I did it, you would go, "You're a moron. This is terrible."
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't.
It's the lowest form of feedback is post steak, get endless criticism about steak.
It's like okay,
and I knew it would happen.
right.
I was like, oh, I can't wait to see what, the feedback from a picture of a steak is.
I just feel like when we criticize these people, it's for like kind of funny stuff they did, right? Like, oh, this guy's being an idiot. This guy's comic sucks. He said something stupid on the internet. They have a picture of the steak you cooked.
It's totally normal.
And this is something that we have spent a 5-minute segment on is look at how this man cooks a piece of meat. What an idiot. What a moron. They have nothing left. This is like when we went to the Josh Denny comedy show and they said, look at them. They went to a comedy show with
at
their
that shirt.
friend wearing a shirt.
Pedophile shirt.
Pedophiles. These guys are totally blasted, totally destroyed. Dick is destroyed right now because his steak picture is not up to par. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
That's my problem.
Our enemies are a level of comedic retardation that I cannot fathom any longer.
Bro, they're looking at my dinner. Literally my leftovers. Null is literally making fun of my leftovers.
Your dinner.
Look at this. Look at the food he didn't eat over here. I don't give a shit. I hate the food.
I don't know what to. Okay, do you
Look at this food this guy. Hey everyone, look at the food that this guy didn't eat. There's a sort of cheese that is gay.
Can you understand why I might have trouble figuring out what I'm supposed to say to these people?
Yeah.
Like the level
You're
of
adjusting
things.
to my toxic world.
You have been in this world of moronicism and idiocy for quite longer than me.
Because I had a bonus episode and I told
Right.
Sean I was bringing everyone into toxic world.
Yeah.
And I did it then. And I knew it would be jarring for some people.
I'm adjusting.
Everyone's in toxic world now.
I'm adjusting to a situation where the critiques being leveled against me and my podcast co-host are, look at that steak, look at that shirt. Okay?
Look at those scissors.
Look at those scissors.
Look at that steak.
Look at those scary scissors. Look at that steak, look at that shirt. The 3 S's, steak, shirt, scissors. Okay? The triple S, the triple threat. And
he was making moo sounds.
I need you guys in the audience to understand. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I really am.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
I know you think I'm knee deep in the dead, but I'm still just finding my way through hell. It's a fascinating situation. It's fascinating.
Gay it up.
Why don't you lift some of your large steaks that you cook incorrectly? Those much weigh something, right?
It looks like a boiled steak.
Boiled,
where you've just slapped it on a grill.
I was expecting a little bit of steak talk from Null, because if I talk steak, did the word sear even happen?
No.
I didn't hear the word
He
sear
said
once.
put it on a hot iron
Yeah.
to get those lines on it.
To get those lines, grill marks, you mean? I
Yeah,
didn't hear the word.
that's exactly what happened.
I did not hear the word sear once. That's a man who does not know how to critique a steak.
I listened to that and I realized that he's only like 26
He didn't say.
years
He did not say render out the fat cap. If he had said render out the fat cap, I would have said okay, or sear the fat cap, whatever. He didn't say any of that. That man does not know meat.
Fat guys, he probably eats a lot of McDonald's.
He's look. There's trashy fat guys, and there's
I think it takes a while to learn.
It takes a
food
while to
as
evolve
fat guy.
into a cultured fat guy.
Yeah,
Like
What
a
do you
Guga
talk-
Foods. You watch that Guga guy on YouTube?
No, I don't.
Just a big Hispanic guy who cooks steak every day. Great show.
I got put in a meat timeout too, so this was like a big meat return. That's why I got such a silly oversized steak.
Big meat return.
Yeah, I was eating too much red meat.
I was thinking about I went to Clearman's with my buddy like last week. Fantastic steak.
They got crosshatches on. Oh,
They
yeah,
do.
those are
They
good.
do.
They're pretty good.
They don't
They're
sous
pretty
vide.
good.
They're not the best, but for the price and for all the ambiance.
They don't have any Kraft singles cheese.
No Kraft singles, which is a big problem. They do have that cheese butter though, which they put on that potato. I don't get the cheese butter anymore though. Straight butter for me. I don't need that cheese butter.
Steak's not even melting.
The steak's
butter.
not melted. Yeah, it doesn't even have melting.
Well, man.
He didn't say sear, and that's how I know that man does not know.
All right,
food.
that's my problem.
That's
Is that it?
Let's see here.
No, why don't you post what you had for dinner?
Yeah,
and I'll
show
critique
us your
that.
Kraft
you
mac
didn't
and
boil
cheese.
those
Kraft dinner.
pierogies.
That's why he's got Kraft singles on the mind. Is because the only thing he
That's what he's
makes is
eating?
fucking Kraft mac and cheese for
He's
himself.
making fucking pierogies and Kraft singles. I fucking guarantee it.
Oh my God! Braves Ryan for 5. Dick versus Fatty PPP and Fatty Null. Classic Dick is coming. All your haters are getting a little chunky.
You boys are all fat. You need to lose some weight.
You gotta be hitting the. You
You need to do push-ups. You need to get some. You need to put some fucking weight on your back. You need to get down, do push-ups.
I want to find out what Null weighs, and I want to destroy his BMI.
He's got to weigh. How big is he? How tall is he?
Can't be that
He's
tall.
got to weigh
Looking at him,
285.
I think.
You think 320? Because you're tall. I don't think Null's as tall as you.
I'm a 6-foot guy. I'm lucky I can wear it pretty well.
Null's got to be 5'8".
Yeah. Yeah. Looking at it, you can look at his face and just know that's a short guy, really. So
what do you think he is? 265? 5'8"?
I think he could be at the same weight. He could be at 285. We could be similar
Big.
weights despite the high size.
You got to run his laughter through
difference.
AI, you know? Because
They're working on that. They're working on that. They can measure the breaths. You guys see that Kraft single? I've even had rare steak before. Clip Sama for £5. Samurai Flamenco is the name of the show I ripped off. Great show. Vito should watch it. Also, Null is 31, and he's
Okay, he's
posting
way too old to be
poems.
sound like that.
Elon Musk did this to him.
It is I, the nigger, and I need you says here.